if you get into a bit of an altercation in the clubs, like, come, bro, we're gonna go outside. We gotta squeak a tacky, bro. Haven't you ever heard that?
Where do you come from? Were you born on a farm? Hey, welcome to Spaghetti Junction. My name's Gareth.
My name's Bruce.
We talk about things.
You just don't know where they're gonna go.
So imagine being in a world.
In a world.
So I guess we have to be in a movie, but if it was reality is even better. We're in certain parts of a town where you live, or a city, wherever, but there's certain sections that are bordered off in the electronic world, so to speak. So, so like between each street, we can't see that there's a border, for example, between, I don't know, my house and the next big section, in the next big shopping mall, for example, whatever.
Okay, all right.
So we can't see it running.
Yeah.
But in the electronic world, there's a very set wall.
There's a barrier.
If you can see it.
Okay.
And in certain sections, you couldn't actually swear.
So you gotta be like, mind your language.
So even as you... No. It's not minding your language.
It's just...
Like, I will try and swear.
And
I will try and say f***. But you'll only hear...
Oh, I see. Okay.
You'll only hear the bleeping.
So
I could have a long conversation, rant the crap out to you. See, and I can probably find words that are safe to get through.
Okay.
The moment that I start to get anything, so like, even if I try to say the word possibly it might get bleeped out.
Yeah.
So we would have a conversation and I would want to swear the crap out of my freaking existence.
Yeah.
But all you're going to hear from me are little, either blanks or a random...
I think...
And you cross the border, or the electrical border, you can swear like a pirate.
I think even more fun would... You get like an electric shock every time.
Oh, that's easily done.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if you did it as a friend, with a friend. Again, it's like, okay, we just watched what do you describe it on YouTube?
Guys experiencing labor pains.
Yeah, but they used like a special machine that was linked up to a whole bunch of, what are they called? Little
electrodes that are stuck on your body.
Electrodes.
I think this whole machine was made by a very angry woman.
Yes, and probably a guy made her angry. So she said, "Well, screw you! I'm going to make you feel my pain." So she linked it up to these guys. I'll tell you, not that same woman.
Well, if he made her pregnant, then he probably...
She's angry, yeah.
Yeah, because...
You made her go through pain, exactly.
Yes.
And there are videos. In fact, we will post a video link, down below, as they say, or the one we watched, because it was just hilarious. There's something about watching other people's pain that's funny. It's weird. But it was funny.
It was.
But then again, they did put themselves in that situation.
They did make the
I feel
choice.
nothing.
They did make the choice.
You want to make me laugh? Don't cry about the pain, buddy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because they did.
They did. I'm through policing people's decisions and choices. So if you want to go on YouTube in front of I don't know how many freaking billions of people who have got an internet connection and feel labor pains.
Go right ahead.
Go right ahead. I'm not going to, but I will sit there and laugh at you.
Man, I laughed so badly. And in that, they definitely use a lot of profanity.
They did, which is half the fun.
But I think what would really make the whole thing... Okay, so I mean, going back to this whole thing of swearing, but you can't.
Yes.
That at least you could choose... No, actually, even better. Your friend could choose what sound is going to make every time that you swear. But for the rest of your life.
That would be hilarious.
So then I'll choose... So basically, I'm going to find like the worst sound probably... And you don't know that sound's going to come up until you make it. That'd be awesome.
I'm just... You know what? I think it's just going to be easier just to stop...
I guess.
I think, you know what, like I said, I'm not gonna police other people's choices and other people's whatever. I sure as hell have got control over my own. I can police myself, and that's about it.
That's true.
So I think that's probably gonna be easier, especially if we get in like electric shock therapy and not just the words bleeped out.
And you, sorry, okay.
Where is your mind going?
Okay, hold on to that thought quickly. Because what we had, one of the reasons why we are bringing this up is because we might say, you know, a little word here and there, because we're going to be speaking about the slangs of South Africa, and we have some pearlers, and some of them,
yes, we do. Hey,
will definitely have some explanation that, well, you know, may or may not be. But oh, and by the way. This is episode number 10.
Wow. 10 episodes
that we've lasted 10 episodes now is pretty good.
That is absolutely crazy. So this is the episode that
Number 10.
that we are reaching double digits.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
what a milestone.
And almost as big. We moved from 6 subscribers
to
7. Wow.
Jeez. We're on 7 subscribers.
We're on 7 subscribers and 10 episodes. I think this is going to be our drop soon.
You know what? The journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. That's all of it. That's about it. That statement right there is almost as deep as last week's podcast.
Yeah, no,
because last week's podcast was alive. That was heavy.
I had to use my Wellington boots, as someone say, my gum boots.
Because we
waiting.
We waded through that one.
It was freaking.
It's like wading through molasses.
Woo! It was molasses. It was. It was good.
Yeah. So that statement right there that I just made.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you were the first person who came up with that exactly.
Oh yeah, totally.
Succincted line that.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah, we'll try and keep the copyright infringements at bay.
You copy anybody. Yeah. So, going back to what you were saying, well, wouldn't it be fun to have, you know, little zicks on you? You know, like electric shock. You probably haven't done this. Probably I was just a weird boy when I was young. There's a dog collar which you can buy, or a collar which you can buy, you know.
Yes.
And I think it's very inhumane for a dog. For a human on the other side. So one of these things that were made
Hilarious.
to basically to wear as a collar.
Yes.
Whenever they would bark, it would send a little zap off because people would want their dogs to stop barking.
Yes.
I think it's very inhumane. But
put that same
put it on
device
one of your
human.
friends.
And
yes.
Hilarity ensues.
Let me tell you, it's more funnier with the other person having it on than with you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can imagine.
Yeah. But it's definitely with a few laughs.
Talking about that, actually, one of my guitar students, they have dogs, and they have a similar thing. I don't think it hurts them. It just gives them a little bit
It doesn't hurt the human at all. Hey, sorry, buddy.
They have these little perimeter fences around areas of their garden where they don't want the dogs to go, and the dogs wear a collar.
Oh yeah, true.
Apparently it's not very painful for the dog. It just gives them a little bit of a hang on a minute,
and they walk funny for the rest of the day.
Sure.
I'm sure it's fine.
Stands on end.
I'm sure it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, has a bit of a squint in the one eye, but other than that,
exactly.
Yeah.
Talking about shocks and stuff. When I was doing a youth camp, this was obviously years ago, and there was one of those fences, you know, for cows.
Yes.
But the ones for cows are way stronger than the one for a dog.
Well, considering a cow is so much bigger.
Thank you, Bruce. That's a moot point. Anyways, going back. So what we did...
who's phoning you, Gareth?
I don't know.
Maybe you should have put your phone on silent because it was
I actually did. It was weird.
You did, yeah.
So, anyways, so what... I came up with the idea, and because they're, youth, they're like in their 15, 16-year-olds, of course they're going to find anything funky.
Totally.
So what we did is, and it was, we basically stood in one long human chain, basically.
Right. Holding hands.
Holding hands from me, which was the first person, next to that fence, all the way around like another 45
I can see
people.
where this is going.
And they all had their hands done.
Oh.
And they knew what was going to happen, but I don't think we kind of, because we hadn't done that before. And I'm pretty sure if the parents knew, we wouldn't have done it. But that was why I was a cool camp. Only one person died, no. So we basically held hands, and then my job was to reach out to that,
and touch the fence.
To that electric fence. You know how freaking scary it is? Because you don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, you don't.
And the moment that you put your hand down, half the kids are screaming because they think it's a shock. It's not. So I hit it once. There was nothing.
Oh,
and they saw my hand go down.
Yeah.
I hit it the second time.
And it hit you.
Your whole arm just flips.
Yeah.
And you see it rustling.
You see it ripple.
Rustling.
Ripple.
Ripple, not rustle.
Russell.
That was a guy who was born under a pile of leaves.
That's it.
So,
Ripple.
I can never talk properly on this podcast. Ripple through every single person.
That's crazy.
It was scary, but it was awesome, and it was a memory that people spoke about all their last few camps.
I have to ask.
But it was probably stupid because someone might have got a heart attack.
I have to ask this.
Yes.
Did you only do it the once, or did you go, oh, that was fun, let's do it again?
Half the people wanted to do it again. So we did it again.
Nice.
But it was worse because there was half the amount of people.
Less of the people, so it was a stronger charge.
At the end was that double amount. Yeah, and then we didn't do it after that.
A friend of mine has one of these games where it looks like you might have seen it. It looks like a beer tankard.
Mm-mm.
And it's got 4 handles. So what you do is you grab a handle.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can take it off, and it's connected with a wire.
Yeah.
And then what happens is you press a button on the top of the tankard, and it flashes green.
Yeah.
And then you wait for it. You don't know when this is going to happen, and then suddenly the green light goes red, and you've got a button on your handle that you're holding. And as soon as that light on the middle goes red, you have to hit that button on your handle.
Yeah.
If you don't do it fast enough, it shocks you. Man
alive. And it's a game.
And it's a game. It's like this. It's
who wins? Nobody.
Who cares? It's
that's it.
And you have to and that shock is powerful. It goes straight up your arm. I think you can set it to different strengths. Man alive, and it's scary, hey, because you're watching this thing, you don't know, because it tests your reaction. You don't know when you don't know when that light's going to go red, and if you don't press that button in time,
I can guarantee you there was a game made by a man.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
A lot of girls are saying, why would you do that?
Yeah, girls.
Because we're just guys and we do stupid things.
I think maybe that labor machine is probably the female equivalent of that. So
I was going to say maybe a guy actually made that.
Maybe he did. Maybe because he saw the future of this is gonna be awesome.
Social media.
Yeah, pretty much.
One thing that's going to work is social media.
Absolutely.
So South Africanisms and their slangs. Definitely there are a few that are of
not safe for work.
Not safe for the working environment. Yes, thank you very much.
NSFW.
Which is not safe for work, really?
Yeah, that's what you see when you see on the internet. You see it says something like NSFW.
I didn't know that.
It stands for not safe for work. Pretty cool, eh?
Okay.
There you are, children.
You've learned something new. Now go outside and play with that bear. Yeah.
Or that electric fence.
Yeah, well, actually with the electric fence, yes. So there's some so one of the favorite ones here is Bliksem.
Oh, totally.
Bliksem.
First, it's so expressive.
Bliksem can be for anything. Bliksem can be like if you've been, shocked by an electric fence. Bliksem.
Yeah.
Bliksem can be even to a nicer thing like, hey, my Bliksem, how's my boy? Well, not many people can call me. Well, it's possible. People can be called Bliksems.
No, it's normally if you're saying it to someone, you're normally saying you're a stupid Bliksem.
No, you don't get called a stupid Bliksem. You just called a Bliksem.
Well, that. And then it also means to clap the living daylights out of someone. And I just used another one.
Used another one. Clap. What does clap mean, Bruce?
Basically means Bliksem. And Bliksem
no, it does not mean Bliksem. It's completely different. And you clap and laugh doesn't make it true. It's completely different.
If you say you bliksem someone, it means that you hit them as well.
Oh, that's another version.
Yes. There you go. So that's what bliksem can also mean.
Wow. Okay, but now you're confusing people. When you start slowly, because we know Afrikanisms or slang, other people don't. So a klap means a smack.
Yes.
A clap. So I guess if you think about it, a clap, well, it's a slang that says clap. Now, bliksem is a strike, a hit, a punch, which very well you got that correct. Or rude, it may consider the word a profanity.
Yes.
It derives from a Dutch word for lightning.
Wow, I did not know that.
And often occurs in conjunction with donner. Or donny or bliksem.
Donner.
Bliksem, so donner. Donner is another word which basically means also, I'm going to hit you.
I'm going to donner you.
So there's a lot of so there's a lot of angry local people here that are using more than one word to smack someone, yes.
Yeah, so for anyone listening outside of the country, so Afrikaans is one of our 11 official languages, because South Africa
does not like at all in school.
South Africa is just that special. We have 11 languages, and Afrikaans was derived from Dutch.
Correct.
So it's almost like a simpler version of Dutch.
We are the simple Dutchmen. Which is another word that's actually used in more of a negative connotation to Afrikaans people.
Definitely.
I thought called Dutchman, that's not real nice. I mean,
sure, that'll
get you bliksem.
That'll get you clapped, it'll get you bliksem.
Donnered
and skopt.
What's skop now, please?
Skop means kick in Afrikaans. So you'll get kicked.
So a lot of these slangs actually come from the Afrikaans language. There are
a lot of them, hey?
A lot of them come from the language because, but Afrikaans is South Africanism, so
there we go. When it comes to greetings in South Africa, the most popular one is how's it?
And breaking it down is how is it?
Yes.
So it's spelled HOWZZIT, but it's broken down to how is it, and it's speeding up to how's it?
Yeah, and that's it. It's the greeting, the informal greeting, should we say?
Yeah, it's very local.
That's it.
That you'll definitely hear in this country when you pop by. Yeah,
definitely. And it's going to be used with quite a few other with some few others. Jeepers, listen to my South African language.
Bloody hell, man!
It's going to be used with
another
couple of.
And bloody, for example, is another slang
words coming up.
For damn, bloody.
Well, bloody.
Yes.
That
Hey, don't question me, your bliksem.
No.
Master.
It comes from the word bloody.
Hey.
Which is the more.
We didn't ask for an educational Bruce podcast. We're asking for fun. Don't have to break
that's where it comes from.
Hey. I don't want to wade into bloody molasses with you.
I don't think there's any chance of that on this podcast.
This is why I'm doing this topic, damn it.
All right.
Well, no, I'm kidding. Carry on.
So, it was more sort of like.
No, I didn't mean carry on that one because that's boring. Give me another.
Damn it, bro. Another one. Oh, okay. Yeah, just the word ja, which mainly be meaning yes in Afrikaans.
Correct.
But now it becomes part of the English.
And we have a thing where people will say, "Yeah, well, no, fine."
There we go. I'd forgotten about that.
Yes, well, no, fine. Where you'll have two opposing words in the same sentence that's supposed to make sense. Other people will, but yeah, well, no, fine, eh? Yeah, no, fine.
Yeah.
So how are you? Yeah, no, fine, eh? Yes, no.
Going on from that one is the shortened version, which is ja, no. Or if we say it in Afrikaans, ja, nee. So nee is Afrikaans.
Yeah, but
it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And that actually means you're saying yes.
Yes, exactly.
It's weird.
So what do you think? Yeah, no.
Ja, no, I agree with you. Eh?
Ja, nee. Yeah, true.
Ja, nee, ek stem saam.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's
exactly.
Exactly.
I used this word quite a while ago when we were in the one episode we were talking about New Year's Eve and end of the year and stuff, and the whole thing was like, were your neighbors feeling babbelas the following morning? Babbelas comes up basically, it means a hangover. So when you've already been drinking hectically hard, it just
you can be called babalas because you've basically means a hangover. Funny enough, it comes from a Zulu origin. Zulu is another one of our languages.
That's very interesting because
thank you, Bruce. That's why I said it.
Because in the info that I looked up on the same word, it actually said Xhosa, not Zulu. So,
okay, well.
So there you go, children. Don't believe everything
write it down on
you
the list. How's that?
Don't believe everything you read on the internet.
Well, mine was obviously right first, so it's fine.
Okay.
Good. Great.
I shall concede.
Great. I have no idea. Your master. that's another one. And sorry, I'm actually will have to use that word. It's your master.
Ooh,
that's a very localized one. If someone says that to you, they're looking probably for a fight.
Yeah.
Because they're calling your mother. Well, just to say, they're saying your mother's vagina.
Yeah, and it's.
I mean,
yeah.
The fact that they know what my mother's vagina is very disconcerting. So I probably will give them a good clap at the same time. Yeah. So if you do want to fight, and it actually is like more within another, community. But if you say your master boss, you're basically asking someone to smack you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're saying in English.
That's it, pretty much. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. We have an English one. An English one that we always all like to use is flip.
Flip, man.
Flip.
Flippity flip.
Kind of like a nice curse word. Basically.
It's a nice curse word. Exactly.
Yeah. It's
flip.
Everyone use flip.
A flip, man.
You're a flipping idiot.
You flip, you brew.
No, not really. It doesn't work like that.
I've done that.
I don't do that
so
one.
my world it does, okay?
Okay, well.
Because we both know our worlds don't really collide.
That's also true.
Unless they have to.
That's what makes this podcast so interesting.
Exactly. Flippity flip.
Because if we were the same, it would be boring.
Exactly.
We just agree all the
It
time.
would be a pointless podcast.
That's it.
And
exactly.
a horrible friendship. Excuse me. The word flip actually is also part of another one which others are known as like a sandal, I guess. It's a flip flop.
Oh well, there
because
you
when
go.
you walk, it goes flip flop flip flop. That's where it comes from.
That's it.
The actual sound.
Yeah, we used to call those sandals slip slops, but I don't think anyone.
I never called them slip slops.
I always remember when I was young, we used to call them slip slops. Now everyone says
I've
flip
never called
flops.
slip slops. You obviously went to a very English high.
I think I was just very.
That's when you went to Switzerland and did all your little la-di-da in Switzerland. Bring me my slip slops.
Maybe it stands to reason
slip
why I
slops
was.
are too hard to say.
Maybe it stands to reason why I was never schooled on the West Rand. Possibly. Anyway,
yes. Slip slops. No, slip slops is too hard to say.
But now I just say we say slops.
I don't think I've ever said slip slops.
Okay.
It just sounds way too much to say at the same time.
Now I actually call them slops, but the other one, talking about those types of sandals, is blackies.
I never heard of that.
That's a very, very common.
For what?
For flip flops. For those types of sandals.
Never.
Really?
Never.
No, wait. I've heard it. Well,
obviously you come from the West Rand then.
Yeah. Like I always say, I can't wait for summer because I can't wait to get back into shorts and blackies.
Okay, wow, no, that's very Afrikaans. That's like
I do live in Roodepoort.
And you must also have some. That's enough to say, yes.
Just down the road from Kruger's
is where the rest of the very high Afrikaans population comes
Absolutely.
from. And then if you're not going to wear your flip flops, you are going to wear your takkies.
Takkies.
Your takkies.
Yeah.
Or your sneakers.
Well,
they are known as sneakers.
But yeah,
so a South Africanism is takkies.
Any sort of training type of any sort of trainer type of shoe.
Takkies.
Like, if you get into a bit of an altercation in the clubs, like, come, bro, we're gonna go outside. We gotta squeak a tacky, bro. Haven't you ever heard that?
Where do you come from? Were you born on a farm?
No, I was born in the West Rand. No, actually, I was born in Sandton Clinic, darling.
You definitely don't
northern
talk.
Suburbs.
You don't talk like a northern suburb person.
Well,
and by the way, how we see it's just like a known slangism, I guess, as well as the people slangism. I'm calling it now the slangisms.
Awesome.
North, south, east, west are certain types of people who live there with certain types of things that they say.
Absolutely.
That they do to their cars. It's not a rude thing. It's just that's what makes us so colourful.
It's the way it works.
So the more West Rand or the more West or East Rands are more Afrikaans slangs. Like you just said, something in your tackies. I've never heard that before in my life.
Your squeak attack.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Yeah.
That sounds
That means
like you got to make a fart.
That means you're gonna go out in the
squeak attacky.
That means you're gonna go out in the parking lot.
I would love to see you say that to someone now. 90% will go.
I'm not gonna say it because there's the one chance that I'm gonna get clapped.
But
so
the majority,
Bru, come here.
But the majority of people are gonna look at you like, there's the bathroom near you, or why are you telling me I'm gonna squeak attacky?
It's a proof that
just
you
buy
can.
new ones.
It's proof that you can take the boy out of the West Rand, but you can't take the West Rand out of the boy. So.
But then again, I knew what the word, cheese cop was. And you and you didn't know what it was.
What did you say again?
Cheese cop. And we had that discussion in one of our in our previous podcasts.
Oh my word!
And cheese cop is a hairstyle. If you sit down and say to a local barber, not your like la-di-das like Santon clinic. After you've had your baby, you go and have a Santon clinic haircut. And one for the baby, please. He doesn't cry because he's from Santon.
Well, considering the fact that I haven't sat down at a hairdresser since I started shaving my head.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there are local barbers.
Yes.
And then there's your more expensive.
Yes.
I do local. It's lekker. Local is lekker. Lekker is another one.
Lekker is
which
probably...
means it's like awesome. It's good. It can mean many things.
It can mean...
But lekker is good.
Yeah. It's... I think the English version of lekker is cool.
Yeah.
I think that's the
so
direct...
That's what it is.
But interestingly enough, the actual word lekker in Afrikaans actually refers to food being tasty.
Okay, well there's a few.
That's where it actually comes from.
So back at the barber, lekker, good. When you ask for a cheese cop, it means that he will shave your hair down to basically the level that's above it being shaved with a blade.
Kind of like what you're rocking right now.
Well, this
maybe
is
me. I think.
This is actually almost a week.
Okay. I'm on a couple of days of...
It's funny how people can see that, Bruce.
Yeah.
Right through this microphone.
I know.
It's short
People have got imaginations.
Yeah, I'm sure they do. It's disgusting. So a cheese cop is basically right to the lowest level that the electric razor can go.
Cool.
One below that is you using a blade.
That's
called skinhead. And you get locked up for that. So yes. So that's... Yes.
Right. Oak.
Oak, yeah? There's a tree.
No, not that oak. Oak's like you and me.
Spelled O-K-E, not O-A-K.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, he's a good oak, eh? It's basically saying, yeah, he's a good guy. Or, yes, I hate that oak, eh?
Lekker oak.
I don't dig that oak.
No,
you know, basically just means another guy. I think it also came from Afrikaans where it was the full word was okie.
Okie?
Yes, you're lekker okie there. And then it just got shortened. So I think that's where it came from, but don't quote me on that.
I never do.
Listen, I've said some pretty like
well,
cool stuff that I think you could quote me on.
Yeah,
sure.
I just don't choose to. Oh. So if you bump yourself or hurt yourself, Eina,
there we go.
Eina is ouch basically. If you hurt yourself, Eina.
Eina.
Yeah.
And just like slang all over the world, these words can be used in as many combinations.
Exactly. I know.
And to make your description of something as colourful as possible.
So, and probably another word which we'd probably say after Eina, well, not everybody, but I would do.
What?
Fuck. And that is exactly as it sounds.
I gotta be honest.
It is the local dialect. It's like in Ireland, fuck. Here we say fuck.
I've got to be honest that saying it like that from an Afrikaans point of view is actually even more impactful.
That's true.
Than saying it in the English way. There's something about saying it like that just hits harder.
Fuck. Yeah, it does. You're right.
It does.
And we did warn you that there will be some profanity, but some of it has to just be said.
It
so
has
you
to
know
be.
the country.
Because we like to be real.
We're just being local and real. And Bruce always so likes to say, look, I want to be honest. So then I always wonder, so the last 5 minutes you've been lying to me. Guys, I want to be honest.
Do I say that a lot?
Not a lot, no.
But I do
say not a lot.
Oh.
Just, I have a friend who said that almost like a lot. You know what? No, in fact he said, I don't want to lie. I said, good. Don't do it then. Carry on.
Oh, here's more of a sort of a phrase instead of just one word. Boer maak 'n plan.
Okay.
So we're basically
Explain
the
that.
direct translation of that would be a farmer makes a plan, and we basically say that whenever we come to the conclusion that we're gonna sort something out.
Yeah.
It's okay. Exactly, we'll sort it out. Boer maak 'n plan, and that's how it works.
And it mostly comes from Afrikaans people. A lot of these only really come from Afrikaans people, because if it comes from like a whitey, hello. If it comes from an English, a non-Afrikaans person, it just doesn't sound as good.
I know.
I've never said, no guys, a boer maak 'n plan.
It tells you how boring white people are.
White people. You said what I said. English people.
English people, white people.
Because Afrikaans people are normally white. Not all of them, but
Oh yeah,
a large portion.
English white people. Sorry, not Afrikaans white.
it's not a colour thing. Wow, why do you want to bring in colour now?
I didn't.
Damn. Farmers can be anything. Carrying on.
That's also true.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
Boegerol. That was a fun one.
Sweet bugger roll.
There we go.
Which is pretty much the same thing as saying sweet bugger roll.
Yeah, but it's Afrikaans one.
It's pretty much the same kind of
Yeah.
thing. Just like.
Yes, like? Yes.
Just like is an expression of a surprise.
Yeah.
But it can be bad or good, by the way.
It's just
it can be positive or negative.
an exclamation.
Just like.
Yes, like?
Just like, bro.
The shortened version of that is yessie.
Yossi.
Yessie, bro.
Which my mother hated that word being used by me and my brother because it sounded too much like Jesus.
No, it was yesses.
That's what I said.
No, yessie.
Oh,
You see, different.
now they're both the same almost.
Yeah, but I think I got that
Yessie
from my
and
parents
yesses.
as well.
Yeah, my mother never liked it. We went, yes, man. Yup.
Yeah.
Ran for the back door.
And then going on from that one, yinne is the
Yinne.
same.
What is
It's
yinne?
kind of like this yinne, man. You know, it's also just another exclamation. I don't know where the hell that one came from.
I don't know either, but
I use it all the time, and I don't know where it came.
another one that was. A lot of these I'm finding are linked with anger or frustration or wanting to hit somebody. Like, I'm going to mook you.
Yeah, there we go.
That's another one.
So moer.
That's also a powerful one. Mook means I'm going to fork you up.
Yeah, I'm gonna bliksem you.
I'm going to blink. See how angry our freaking country is.
Yeah.
I'll mook you.
Yes, it sounds like there are a lot of angry people.
Yeah.
But this is what I love about specifically the Afrikaans language, is when you say certain things in Afrikaans, they're so much more impactful. They're so much funnier.
Well, I wouldn't call it funny if someone says that to me.
I'm
I'm not going to laugh at someone who says that to me.
even certain stories and jokes when told in Afrikaans
I don't
originally,
understand. Yes, that's right.
I absolutely
Really, I don't
my
understand them.
Oh, they're so much funnier, and you try and tell the same joke in English.
Yeah, but that's like a normal.
it just falls flat.
I guess there's kind of a lot of countries with that. Yeah, for sure. How about this? So, how about I say this to you? Okay, so I'm going out with this girl, and we're going to go watch a movie,
Yeah.
and then we're going to make out sometime. So I'm going to go out with my cherry to the bioscope, and then we're going to go out and kerfuffle.
I'd forgotten about that one.
Yeah, pretty much that's what it means. You're going to go out with your girlfriend to watch a movie and then to make out.
And then you're gonna go feel around somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bioscope, or I remember the bioscope.
Yeah.
Interesting words.
Yes.
Kerfuffle. That's actually quite fun.
It is too. Yeah. Kerfuffling.
Kerfuffling, yeah. What are you guys doing last night? I kerfuffle with my cherry, yeah? My cherry or my bokkie?
Oh, my goose.
Or my goose.
Goose.
And bokkie is also used for a shorter version of a beard.
Goatee, actually.
A goatee.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, Bruce.
Yeah.
Mr. Hunting Clinic.
Yeah, man.
Actually, Gareth. Actually.
And talking about gooses, bokkies, cherries, loslappie is another one.
I don't know that one.
A loslappie means a slut, basically. And that can be for
But
guys
I would
and
never
girls.
call my cherry who I'm going to out and...
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. That's what you say behind.
I've never heard of that before.
Just like these.
But
that can be used to describe a guy or a girl who is...
Okay.
Who kafoofles around with lots and lots of different people of possibly of the opposite sex, maybe.
It doesn't matter.
They're just being
where the wind leads them.
It basically just means they're being a complete slut.
They sleep a lot with other people. That's right.
Not much sleeping.
Bloody Mampara.
Mampara. There we go. Another one that can go along with.
It means that you're stupid and you're silly.
Yes, that works with mugu. Mugu's another one.
One of my friends called me Mugu.
Yeah, Mugu, Mampara, it's the same sign.
Yeah.
These words this is the fun thing about these types of words, children, is that you can interchange them. You know, they quite a few of them have a different meaning or the same meaning.
A lot of them had the same meaning. It just really
exactly
depends when you use them, I guess.
Depends on your mood, depends on the direction of the wind's blowing.
Mm-hmm. How about some food? How about a nachi? Nachi is definitely a South African word for like a tangerine or a mandarin.
Okay.
I could never. It's a mandarin, basically.
Okay.
Wherever you're from, it can be tangerine, a mandarin, another form of an orange.
We call it a
It's nachi. Okay, you're speaking like a coloured person and you're white. Stop it.
Sorry.
Don't try and do that.
Oh, there's other guys I don't know that do that way better than me.
Yeah, well, they need to be locked up. And pap as well. That's another food source as well.
Pap, well, remember...
Pap is basically traditional tradition... Stop this stupid masa. Traditional maize porridge. Similar to grits, some has been said, but I don't think it's grits. This is different to grits.
Yeah, it's like
it's a very local thing.
Yeah, it can be made into a porridge, but then can also be mixed up very, very stiffly, and that we have.
That's what pap is. I don't think there's anything as soft like it can be soft, but not as a porridge.
Yeah.
But yes.
And then that goes along with a braai.
What's a braai, Bruce?
A braai is a barbecue, and no one in the rest of the world.
No, but barbecue sounds so lame.
Yeah, but that's what
that is.
But it's a
But we use real sausages.
But we do it properly.
No, we are the only country in the world that actually does a braai. Everyone does a barbecue.
Yes.
We're the only country that actually does it properly.
Yes. For everyone else in the world, you don't know what you're doing, come to South Africa and we'll show you how to do it properly.
And to have a proper sausage, which is boerewors.
Boerewors, yes.
Not freaking meat patties and pork sausages.
Although they are quite nice on a braai.
Yeah, true that.
When they're lekker when you braai them, not when you barbecue them.
True that, Bruce.
I think it just tastes better here. So come to South Africa so you can.
What is that? Those little rolls which you can cook on the braai.
Braaibroodjies. Braai bread, but barbecue bread.
And
if you want to
actually do barbecues on bread.
Oh my word, those are so good.
Other things we do which is very good. I don't think it happens much. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't care if I am. Where we take
good for you.
Corn, which is mealies.
Yes.
Mealie
corn on the cob
is a corn, or you take potato or something and you wrap it in foil.
Baked potato, put it on the braai. Stick it in the coals, man. Don't even put it on the grill.
Yeah, and mealies are corn, but like.
Yeah, no, we call them mealies, so the rest of the world needs to call them mealies. Otherwise,
you can actually go, to a few places where they actually sell them being cooked over corn, cooked over coals.
Pick them up at the side of the road.
Yeah, exactly.
And along now I'm just getting hungry because we're talking about food. Is one of the staple snacks or things that you can pick up? Talking about picking up on the side of the road to eat is a boerewors roll or a boerie roll.
Okay, but that's true. But
that's
but that's still. We already said boeries, so that's,
but the boerewors roll is like it's.
Yeah, but even more local than that though, is you're looking at I'm now gone blank. It's the half loaf bread with mince inside.
Oh, we talked about a bunny chow.
A bunny chow where you normally there'll be like mince. It can be curry
and then chips.
And chips. It can be. It can even be things like
polony with chips with that little sauce inside, that like red sauce.
Yeah.
What is it? No. It has a local name. It's that. It's with tomato and chilies, and it's a very local thing. And I can't remember what it is. I'll find out.
It's like a hot sauce type of thing.
Yeah, but it has a name.
We should know the name.
No, it has a name to it.
Which is, and also for anyone who outside of South Africa, bunny chow is inherently like an Indian. It can be an Indian.
Yes,
that's you find it very much in the Indian communities and stuff.
Except,
like that.
Except I mean, it has reached far and beyond.
Yeah.
To like every culture.
And that's the thing I was saying to Gareth. I still, to this day, have not had a proper bunny chow.
Oh, you gotta do it.
I know. I haven't lived. It's crazy.
Yeah. And then like food wise as well, there's one which is in an Afrikaans word, it is called a koeksister, which is basically it's like one of the sweetest things ever made.
But it's very interesting because how we know the koeksisters, those twisted ones.
Yes.
I think
and like deep in like
in that syrup and
yeah. It's way too sweet for me.
Now there are other koeksisters that can be made that are not like that, but are also called koeksisters, that are also sweet, but they're more like a cake thing, and they're covered in coconut and stuff. And I've had those too. But those sweet ones, I think, whenever you say koeksister, people are always thinking about a
koeksister,
the ones drenched in syrup and
then how about a milk tart?
Oh, milk tart.
That is from this country only.
Milk tart.
And people are thinking, why would you make a tart out of milk? It just works.
Milk tart, and a lot of people don't like. A lot of people don't like milk tarts. Yeah, totally. They can. I'll have theirs.
It just works. And if you need to know what it was, have a Google of it. But it's one of our locals.
For any international listeners, and maybe and especially guys in the USA, I would say your pumpkin pie is very close to milk tart, because I've had American pumpkin pie.
But that's a pumpkin is nowhere close to milk.
No.
Wow. You just said it's close to a milk tart. It's not.
No, what I'm saying is, hear me out.
Say it properly.
Hear me out.
Sorry, bliksem you.
From a consistency point of view and how it's made, with the sort of the crust on the outside, and then the inside made of this sort of mixture that's then set.
Yeah.
That's where the similarity is, because I've had American pumpkin pie. It's amazing.
American public pie. You're gonna say
American public pie.
You went public.
Did I say
That's
public?
The first thing you said.
My word.
I'm gonna have American public pie. I was like, wow. Okay, things are getting in our hands.
I've had American pie in public.
I say you do like another 2 or 3, and before we lose everybody on this podcast, because we have gone way over our normal timing, which has been fun.
It has been, definitely.
But I want to rein us in a little bit, so we'll have more people listening after this lengthy podcast.
Okay, can I put forward another one?
Yeah, you got time.
Very expressive one. Gatvol.
That's a good one.
That is a very good one.
Gatvol, bro.
So when you gatvol of something, you've had it up to here with.
Up to where, bro? People can't see you.
Well, I'm really close to the microphone.
And maybe they can see your hand. Yeah. Amazingly.
So basically, when you're really fed up with something, you're fed up with a person.
Because
you're fed up with a situation.
Yeah, because fall is full.
Yes. And you are just.
You're gatvol.
I love it. Okay, you got one there?
Give me one more, and then I'll do 2, and then we're done.
Okay, one of my favorite ones is Lot Lomaki.
I vaguely know that.
You're basically if you're in a family of kids and you are you're the sort of the most recent child to be born, or you were born quite a few years after your brothers and sisters or whatever.
Okay.
You were like, oh, flip, we're pregnant again.
Oh, the late birth.
The late birth, basically.
The late child.
So they call it a lot lomaki, which directly translated would be the late lamb. Little lot lomaki.
That's beautiful. Okay, one more. And then we're essentially done.
And we're done, because there's so many.
Like, I'll bring up like 1 or 2 of them, and then we're done. Let's go.
You said 1, not 2.
Yeah, for you.
Oh.
I still have to go.
Okay.
So I'm being nice to you. No, do one more.
Nooit.
Nooit what?
Nooit. Like, Nooit, bro.
No. It means no, yeah. No,
It means never. It means never. It doesn't mean no. It means never. Like, I'll tell you something, you go, never. When you know, like you say, like you say a lot. You say never a lot if I tell you something that you think is like, wow. You just go, never.
Stop shaking your hands like you're in like a Broadway musical.
They're called spirit fingers, okay?
No. Depends what spiritual link to, buddy boy. Okay, and let me finish off with 3. So
3.
Hey, you just said 3. Yo, master. Bring out some fresh ones, people.
Oh, wow.
I'll give you a slap. That's a good smack.
Club.
I'm gonna give you a slap.
There we go.
Slap actually, but carrying on. Okay. One of our previous podcasts when we were talking about this whole cheese cop and then you and your hair, and said, "Well, who do you think I look like?" And then we spoke about in the movies and who's going to play.
Yes.
And we mentioned Jason Statham.
Yes.
So the movies that he does, Skop, Skiet and Donner movies.
Skop, Skiet and Donner. Beautiful.
Skop is kick, Skiet is shoot, and Donner is beat
just
the crap out.
Bliksem, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Skop, Skiet and Donner.
Yeah.
Any sort of action movie that you...
Yeah, exactly. And finishing off, if you make a fart, you're going to go... Well, no. Actually... Where am I going with this one? I can't find it now. A poop. It's a fart. And then you say sis, man. Sis, man. So sis actually is like you normally say sis. But we have a way of like sis is like yuck. Yuck. Sis, man.
I don't think the word sis is used in other countries. It's basically spelled SIS, and it's an exclamation of disgust. Basically, oh sis, man.
It's actually spelled SIES, but thanks, please.
That's sis.
Hey,
if you were to say it in Afrikaans, but if you say it in English,
I spell it SIES, even if I'm English. Okay.
Well,
massa.
Hey sis, man, don't talk like that.
Yo, bliksem. En as op jou bliksem, jou poops up.
We are not going to
Skop and Donner.
When the monetization for this YouTube channel really kicks in, we're not going to earn any money from episode number 10. Just
no, but it's episode number 10, so we're allowed to be a little bit. Yeah.
That's true. Every 10th
episode, we'll just break the mold.
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna
break the mold.
Turn those YouTube algorithms on their head.
Hallelujah.
Anyway,
hallelujah.
It's been
interesting. So this has been a bit longer, but I don't think you really would have mind. All the 3 people who are listening to us right now. Actually, there are 7 that subscribe, so we expect at least 7 views per video now.
That's it. We hope so.
No, not hope so. It's a rule now.
Flippin' hope so.
Otherwise, someone's going to knock on your door and shout some of these fantastical words at you. Bruce, has been fun as always.
It has been awesome.
Let's wrap it up. And if people want another one of these, then let us know and we'll make another one, because there are a lot more of these words out there.
Guys, chat to us in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends about us.
Please do.
And
especially the pretty ones.
That's true.
Because I would like to have a girlfriend sometime soon. I'm just putting it out there.
I just want to meet the pretty ones.
Yeah, well, it depends. We have our own views, buddy.
We do.
So good. Smashing, lovely, wonderful.
Also follow us on Instagram at the Spaghetti Junction Podcast.
Have we actually updated the Instagram, Bruce? I mean, it's nice to say it, but we both know it's looking a little bit cuck.
And there's one more. You said you were not going to do any more.
Sorry.
Yeah, because someone hasn't sent me thumbnails.
Yeah,
yet,
okay, true. So it's on me. But so rather don't go for another podcast. When the next podcast comes up, then you can go to Instagram.
Yeah, we'll be updating the Instagram in between. So.
Yes. And by the way, cuck means shitty, basically. Yeah,
pretty
horrible.
much, yeah.
Cuck. And it can be sworn, or it can be like, man, I'm just feeling cuck today, bro.
That's it. It's a universal.
We have a very descriptive country.
Yeah.
Right now.
So come here, and then we'll also show you how to do a braai properly as well.
Hallelujah.
Absolutely.
It's been real, Bruce.
It has been.
Have a good people. This was the Spaghetti Junction, and I am Bruce.
I am Gareth, and
thanks for watching.
Thanks
for listening.
Thanks for watching,
or
listening,
something.
and yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.